Hi guys, today we're going to talk about the mysterious dancing plague that occurred in France in 1518. As a general practitioner or family physician, I have never in my time seen any patients with these kind of symptoms. So I thought it would be interesting to explore the theories behind causation of this dancing plague. If you share my interest in exploring medicine through the ages, please do subscribe to my channel, Doctor of the Ages. So the dancing plague involved groups of people suddenly and uncontrollably dancing for days or weeks. This would, as we can imagine, lead to exhaustion at the very least, injury or even death. The exact cause of this plague has been speculated and researched for centuries, and there's been lots of proposed theories and explanations. So before we explore the theories, let's look at what was thought to have caused the dancing plague back in the 1500s. So the people of France believed that the outbreak was due to demonic possession. Therefore, initially the crisis was managed by the local clergy doing prayers, masses, exorcisms, hoping to rid individuals from this possession. As time progressed and some patients were collapsing from exhaustion or getting injured, local physicians were then consulted. Doctors thought that the outbreak was a form of hot blood, and this was based on the belief that the affected patients had an excess of blood or heat that needed to be released. So initially they were encouraged to continue dancing in a controlled environment to try and cool their blood. There was even a special stage built for patients to continue their dancing, and in some cases bloodletting was also tried. Neither of these techniques proved to be successful, and the dancing continued. So some patients died from physical injuries, exhaustion, and in some cases heart attacks and strokes. Eventually, after a month or two, the dancing plague subsided on its own, and the exact reason for its end still remains unclear. So after looking into many weird and wonderful theories of what could have caused the dancing plague, let's discuss two of them. The first is ergot poisoning, and this is probably the most widely accepted theory. Ergot poisoning is caused by ingestion of a fungus called Claviceps purpurea. The fungus grows on rye and produces toxic substances like ergotamine, and this can cause hallucinations, it can cause convulsions, extreme muscle spasms, and this could potentially explain the uncontrollable movements of the dancers. It can also cause constriction or narrowing of blood vessels, leading to reduced blood flow to the limbs. Apparently, the harvest during that period was particularly wet, and this could have facilitated the growth of this fungus on the crops, leading to contaminated bread, which was then potentially widely consumed. So ergot poisoning will usually last about a week, but if people were continuing to ingest ergotamine, then symptoms would continue. Ergot poisoning is very rare now, and I certainly haven't seen any such cases in my career. Another theory is mass psychogenic illness or mass hysteria. This is a psychological phenomenon where a group of people experience symptoms that are not explained by medical conditions, but because of social or psychological stress. At that time in France, there was known stress amongst the population due to difficult living conditions, there was famine, plagues, religious tensions, and it was thought that all of this potentially triggered this outbreak of dancing. It was also believed that symptoms were spread through social contagion, which means the spread of behaviours, emotions, attitudes through a group of people. So based on this understanding, they did try and isolate some individuals so they could rest and recover, but unfortunately this technique proved unsuccessful. So in my opinion, the dancing plague was most likely caused by ergot poisoning, and the way we would manage this now would be very different to what was done in the 1500s. Firstly and most importantly, we would need to identify and stop the source of exposure, which could potentially be contaminated food. If poisoning was detected early, then activated charcoal could be used to try and reduce absorption of toxins in the gut. We could also manage the symptoms with anti-seizure medications, muscle relaxants, pain relief, and what we call vasodilators, which are medications that dilate blood vessels to improve overall circulation. So to this day, we don't really know the exact cause of the dancing plague, and it's a very mysterious, baffling topic. Hopefully you found it interesting exploring the theories behind and treatments used for the dancing plague. So if you did enjoy this video and want to see similar content, please follow my channel, Doctor of the Ages. Thank you.